Hey guys, Flaming Shark back on our video. Today doing another blind commentary, blind reaction. This is episode 6 and 7 of RWBY. Woohoo. Anywho, I was just thinking of ideas for this show, and because I really seem to like the main characters, I haven't really been exposed to Blake too much, and I'm kind of still garnering an opinion for Weiss. I feel like I've not been exposed to Weiss enough either, in all honesty. But I really do I think RWBY is the cutest thing ever, and I think Yang is just so awesome. So I figured, since I think that at least by the end of Volume 1, I will like all the characters. The 4 main characters. So I thought about making a little game involving RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang. The game is that throughout the show, I'll watch it, commentate it, and I will, at the end of Volume 2, either it'll be in the it'll probably will be in the Volume 2 finale video, but it might be in a separate video after that. But whenever I get there, which probably won't be for probably maybe a month or two, maybe a couple months, who knows, it'll probably be a couple months in all honesty. But anyways, I will have to pick from the 4 characters 4 different roles that I would want them to be in if I knew them, of different levels of, I guess you could say, friendship. And basically I'm gonna have to choose characters over other characters for that. And I decided to play this game because I really love RWBY. I think she's the cutest thing ever. And I really love Yang because she's just so freaking awesome. And Blake, the little bit I've seen of Blake, she seems like she's going to be my girl too. Weiss is the oddball where I don't really know yet, but sometimes with those girls, they're the ones that surprise you the most. So, you know, I will leave, I will not get into that until after, at the end of this video, what those are. But I'm just telling you right now to stick around until the end of the video if you want to hear more about that. Because I think it'll be a fun little thing. Because the other part of it is, at the end of the show, I want you guys to play along with me and tell me what you guys think, you know, probably what you yourselves would choose, and then what you think I'll choose right now, if that makes any sense. So in this video, you could leave a comment down below voicing your thoughts on that, and then, you know, at the end of the show, or at least when I catch up with the show, we'll check it out. We'll go back into the archives, check it out, see what you guys thought, see if any of you got it all perfectly right. I'll talk about that later at the end of this episode. But for now, I've spoke for almost 4 minutes. I'm sorry for those of you who just want to get into the commentary. Sorry. But let's get into RWBY Volume 1, Episode 6, The Emerald Forest. Last time we left off, RWBY and Weiss were together, and then RWBY was showing how quick she was, and then Weiss was like, stop it, and then RWBY disappeared, and all of a sudden here's demons, and Weiss is like, oh poop. So let's see if we get our first full-blown fight scene-ish at part, because we didn't really, I mean, Episode 1 was the closest to it, so hey, why not, right? And, you know, the trailers, obviously, but anywho, let's get this episode started in 3, in 2, because this is totally 2, right? In 1, and play. Here we go. This will be the day we're waiting for. This will be the day we open up the door. I don't want to hear your absolution. Hope you're ready for a revolution. Welcome to the world of new solutions. Welcome to the world of bloody evolution. In time, your heart will open minds. A story will be told. And victory is in the simple soul. That should help. Because I know this is, like, way off sync. But I'll fix it.
Hello?
Yang's all alone.
Is anyone out there? Hello?
Starting the episode off with Yang, that's always a plus.
Bored here.
Yeah, Yang.
Someone there? Ruby, is that you? Nope.
Nope.
You guys wouldn't happen to have seen a girl in a red hood, would you? You could just say no. Jeez, you two couldn't hit the broadside of a...
Oh, her eyes went red.
Monster!
Oh, no. Not good. Not good. You made a critical mistake.
What? You want some too?
Oh, it's Blake. Okay, sure, why not?
I could have taken him.
That was awesome.
Remember your training wise. Head up, shoulders back, right foot forward. Not that forward. Slow your breathing. Wait for the right time to strike.
Oh man,
and
she's meticulous.
now. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was great.
Hey, watch it. Excuse me, if you attacked out of turn, I could have killed you. You'll have to try a lot harder than that.
That scythe is just hot as all heck. Like, that scythe
We have to go.
is something else.
What was that? That should have been easy. Well, perhaps if you had exercised even the slightest amount of caution with the placement of your strikes, I wouldn't have set the forest on fire. What's that supposed to mean? I'm just surprised that someone that
Well, you're-
talks so much would communicate so little during an encounter. Well, I'm sorry that you need my help to win a fight. I'm just fine on my own. Well, congratulations on being the strongest child to sneak your way into Beacon. Bravo.
Okay, anger issues there, Ruby. Calm down. You'll get your chance to shine, and there's a feather. Is that supposed to be Blake, or is that a monster? Because that's a... No, that's a huge feather. Oh, we have these two.
Did you hear that?
Gunfire. It seems some of our comrades have encountered the enemy. John, I'm sorry.
She's saying I'm sorry a lot.
Scratch.
Why didn't you activate your aura?
Huh?
Your aura.
Gesundheit.
John,
Your aura.
do you know what aura is?
Of course I do. Do you know what aura is?
What?
Aura is the manifestation of our soul. It bears our burdens and shields our hearts. Have you ever felt like you were being watched without knowing that someone was there?
Yeah.
That's disturbing. Okay. And I was told that I'm fairly certain he was voiced by Mani,
Everyone has it,
which
even
is
animals.
awesome.
What about monsters?
No, the monsters we fight lack a soul. They are creatures of grim. The manifestation of anonymity.
Kind of has that hair like Monty did.
They are the darkness, and we are the light.
Right. That's why we fight them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not about why. It's about knowing.
Fair enough.
Understanding both dark and light helps us manifest our aura. Everyone has some of both.
Fair enough. Just like how that snake has a white and a... Okay, I get it.
By bearing your soul outward as a force, you can deflect harm. All of our tools and equipment are conduits for aura.
Mm-hmm.
You project yourself and your soul when fighting.
That didn't look good.
It's like a force field.
Yes, if you want to look at it that way.
Oh, you're cute. Oh! 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 Oh, I see. Oh, that was cheating if I've ever seen. Oh! 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 Okay. Okay.
Now, close your eyes and concentrate.
Okay, they're pushing this ship. I don't even need to ship it. It's just like 100%.
Immortality. Through this, we become a paragon of virtue and glory to rise above all, infinite in distance and unbound by death. I release your soul, and by my shoulder protect thee.
Wow.
Pyrrha?
It's all right. I used my aura to unlock yours, but the energy that protects you now is your own.
Wow.
You have a lot of it.
Huh.
Wow.
It's white, too. Pure as white. Just like John. No matter what he says, he's a nice guy. Silly, but nice. Oh, no.
I still don't think that's what a sloth sounds like.
Oh, of course. I should have saw that coming. I should have saw that coming. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give that episode its props. It was interesting. But, we do have another one coming up in a little bit. But for now, I'll talk a little bit about this. Good episode, like always, you know. It's RWBY. RWBY Volume 1, it's always good, just like I'm expecting RWBY Volume 2 to always be great. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure it is, though. From what I've heard, oh my god, I've heard so much shit about Volume 2 being, like, big shit. Anyways, good stuff. Really enjoyed it. I really have to say my favorite part, standout part, aside from the fight scene with, Ren. I totally probably forgot his name. I think it's Ren, though. The scene with Jean and that girl whose name escapes me because they've only said it like twice, that scene was pretty awesome. She is the nicest girl ever. And then I love that her catchphrase is literally "I'm sorry." I don't know how many times she said it to Jean, but it's just funnier every time. And I really gotta give this episode a lot of props. It was just done well, and it was just good. Like, I feel like we're starting to pick up a little bit, but, you know, then it's initiation, and then after, I think, from the way this is going, I feel like once they get initiated, something bad is going to happen, or they're going to pass, like, a big test, and that'll be Volume 1, and then Volume 2 will be, like, a season-long bad stuff happening type world problem thing. I'm not sure. It's hard to judge, you know. But definitely getting the vibe that this is just the tip of the iceberg. Definitely cool. Like I said, the fight scene was cool. I think RWBY and Weiss are cute. Pretty preliminary, but I will say that they might have a chance in my heart, the two of them, because they seem, I don't know, there's a chemistry there that's unique to them, because they're both, like, kind of opposite-ish, and that sometimes is what leads to the best combinations. So I'm looking forward to RWBY and Weiss to the same thing with Blake and Yang. Like, you know, Blake and Yang, and Blake literally didn't say anything, but it was just like something was there, but we'll have to see. But yeah, so a lot of little development. Oh yeah, and of course I can't forget Yang's outburst. One hair, and she just lost it. And Blake was just like, yeah, I killed him. You got a problem with that? No, you don't. Oh, I love these girls. I love all of them. I love all of them. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Alright, see you guys in a second. Hey guys, Flamin' Shark back on our video. Same video. Stupid. I do that so instinctively. I don't know why. Because a lot of my videos have multiple episodes in them. Anyways, doing episode 7, which is part 2 of the Emerald Forest. It's another short one because this is just what they like to do. Okay, so, yeah. Are you guys hype? I'm hype. Let's do this. Should be good. Should be good. I think, I don't know. I want to see more interaction with Blake and Yang. We didn't get enough of that in part 1. And I want to see more Ruby and Weiss, because I think I'm starting to get at least intrigued in that duo. I feel like at the very least their comedy seems pretty funny, because I've been laughing. So, hopefully you have too. I don't know. Alright, I got nothing else to say. Let's just get straight into it, because I've been talking way too much in this video. RWBY, Episode 7, The Emerald Forest, Part 2, will commence in 3, 2, 1, and... Oh, what's the number after 1? Is it 0? Oh yeah, 0. Play.
I don't know what that was either.
Okay, we're waiting for, this'll be the day we open up the door. I don't want to hear your absolution. Hope you're ready for a revolution. Welcome to the world of new solutions. Welcome to the world of bloody evolution. In time, your heart will open minds. A story will be told. And victory is in the simple soul. So I feel like it's kind of made obvious with the way the stories go. Oh.
Our last pair has been formed, sir. Nora Valkyrie and Lai Ren. Poor boy. I can't possibly imagine those two getting along. Still, he's probably better off than Miss Nico's. I don't care what his transcripts say. That Jean fellow is not ready for this level of combat. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Interesting.
At their current pace, they should reach the temple within just a few minutes. Speaking of which,
Okay.
what did you use as relics this year? Professor Ozpin?
It's definitely this way. I mean, this way. It's definitely this way. All right. It's official. We passed it. Why can't you just admit that you have no idea where we're going? Because I know exactly where we're going. We're going
Weiss.
to the Forest Temple.
Oh, stop trying.
Stop it. You don't know where we are either. Well, at least I'm not pretending like I know everything. What is that supposed to mean? It means you're a big, stupid jerk. And
For a second I thought she was going to say the B word.
Just keep moving. Just keep moving.
Ooh.
Hurry up. Wow, watch where you're going. Why are you so bossy? I'm not bossy. Don't say things like that. Stop treating me like a kid. Stop acting like a kid.
Oh,
Stop acting like
this
you're
music.
perfect. I'm not perfect. Not yet.
Oh!
But I'm still leagues better than you.
Oh!
You don't even know me.
Oh, I feel bad for Ruby. I'm sorry. I'm on Ruby's side on that one. Well, Blake and Yang made it. No problem.
Think this is it?
Blake's like, what do you think, girl? Yang's like, alright, cool. Wow, really? They're chess pieces.
Some of them are missing. Looks like we weren't the first ones here.
Well, I guess we should pick one.
Think this is it?
Oh, what? Oh, maybe.
I'm not sure this is it.
Pyrrha, I made the torch. Could you at least humor me for maybe 5 more feet?
Oh my god, it's amazing.
Do you feel that?
Soul-crushing regret?
No, it's warm.
That's creepy. The night.
How about a cute little pony?
Sure.
I like ponies. Obviously.
That wasn't too hard.
Well, it's not like this place is very difficult to find.
Well, nobody else can find it, except, you know, I'm sure she could have, but...
That's the relic!
That looks like a living creature. It's moving.
Hey, that relic.
No, Jean.
Gotcha!
That ain't no
Jean?
relic. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Some girl's in trouble. Blake, did you hear that?
That was not a girl. That's awesome. Yeah, what a shocker, Sean.
Sean, whatever you do, don't let...
Yeah, goodbye, Sean. I don't think she's that worried, to be honest. She looks like she's... Oh. Well, maybe she is.
Blake, did you hear that? What should we do?
What? Wait, what? Oh, Ruby went flying too? What a tease. I hate these two-parters. Seriously. Apparently the next episode is not a two-parter, which is awesome, but these teases are getting so old. Oh my god, stupid freaking teasers. Ugh. Anywho. Yeah, so that was episode 8? 7? I think it was 8. No. It would have been episode 7, yeah. So yeah, that was episode 7, which was part 2, The Emerald Forest. It was okay. It was not... Nothing was in it. Ruby and Weiss were arguing. It was kind of cool. Kind of on Ruby's side there. I'm really trying to help. I'm really trying to like Weiss. She's showing signs of being awesome. But they're not coming out yet, but I will give her time. I'm going to be patient with her. It's one of those characters you got to be patient with. Other than that, I think it was kind of interesting. So, yeah, not a whole lot else to say, but I will say that I think, I don't know how I feel about Jean. Jean is starting to get really interesting, because now we're actually going to have to, at some point, explore the fact that he seems like he can't fight. No offense, but he is using just a sword and a shield. Okay, his aura's strong, that's cool. But does it mean anything? Like, obviously it means he's got, like, the heart of a warrior and he can be badass. And he probably, at some point in RWBY, will be. The question is, how does he get there? And I honestly don't know right now. So, I'm also going to make a prediction at this point. If it wasn't, and I was going to say it, but then I saw the teachers and I was like, oh, and I wanted to listen to what they were going to say. But what I was going to say at the beginning of the episode, and I think this is an obvious one, but I'm just going to make this prediction. Obviously, from the title of the name, aside from Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang being the main characters, obviously Ruby and Weiss are a pairing, Blake and Yang are a pairing, but I think more than that, as for the 4-team group, obviously, it's going to be Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang are going to be a 4-team group. Because they seem like the only other 4 relevant student characters, I think Jean, the girl with the red hair, the silly one that seems to break the laws of physics, and the cool guy, they're going to be a 4-person team too. I'm sure that was obvious, if not from the title, with the 4 of them standing together towards the end of the intro. But, you know, I just thought I'd throw that out there, just to have it on record that I predicted that, even though it's super obvious in my opinion. The only other thing I have to say was the whole thing about earlier, about Ruby, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, that I said before the video. So, if you guys enjoyed this, thanks for watching, have a good day, I'll see you next time. If you guys are interested, which I'm sure most of you aren't, but if any of you are, hear me out. I really like all 4 of them, except, you know, Weiss, I'm still iffy with, but I think Ruby's the cutest thing ever, I think Yang's the coolest thing ever, and Blake's just, every time she's on screen, I just die. Her lack of words is what makes her awesome. It's like frickin' Sting. Anyways, so I was gonna say that, each of them, at the end of the show, and I'd put them in roles. The one that I'd want to be my, like, girlfriend the one I'd want to be my sister, the one I'd want to be my best friend, and I have one more. There is a fourth category. Oh my god. Yeah. There's a fourth category. Yeah. Let's just say there's a fourth category. Leave it at that. So, I thought it would be interesting throughout the show to see how I change opinions on this and what I think of each character and how my relationship with them evolves. And even though I hate doing this with characters, especially in shows where I like all the characters, like for example in No Game No Life, I feel like I'd never be able to do this, and honestly in RWBY I don't think I can do this, which is what makes it fun. Me having to, know throughout the show that I need to make this decision, I want to make this decision. So, between RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang, I need to find out the one that I like, she's just so cool, and, I would, love, if she, if she was real, I would want to be with her. And then the one that I think would be kind of cool to have as a sister, maybe a younger sister. I guess in RWBY's case, kind of a younger sister. In the other ones, I'd say an older sister, but you get the point. I don't know, even though they'd be, same age, I don't know. Then you have the one that you'd want to be best friend, you want to chill with. And then, you have the other one. Yeah. So, yeah. And that's the hardest part about it, is one of them has to be the other one. And that will break my heart. And honestly, Weiss, you're probably going to be the other one, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I know Weiss watches my videos. I don't know. Don't know. You can still win me over. You have a season and a half. So anywho, I hope that's interesting to some of you. And if it's not, then ignore it. Anywho, Flamin' Shark signing out. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time with another video. Thanks for watching. Peace.